I hate this. I hate rooting for the Lions, and I do it every season. I don't want to. I want to stop being a Lions fan, but they're my team, and I love football. You know what I mean? It's hard to not root for like the home team.
That's actually really easy to not root for the Lions.
If you don't like football, you don't care about football.
Yeah, but I have Michigan kind of pride.
Yeah, do you root for the Tigers?
It's hockey.
No, that's baseball. Red Wings is hockey.
Alright.
Okay. Okay. If you don't care about sports, yes, it's probably very easy. But if you're like a football fan and your hometown has a football team, it's hard not to root for them. But the Lions certainly do make it hard to root for them. They're so bad. And they just find ridiculous ways to lose.
I watched my fair share of Lions games.
Have you really? Dad a big Lions fan or?
No, just family.
Family.
Family. Like Thanksgiving, always gotta watch the Lions game.
I did not start getting into sports until I turned like 13. I actually didn't grow up a sports fan, but when I turned 13, I just started like looking for more things I could do with my dad because we have nothing in common. Like my dad is a musician, doesn't know anything about technology, and I grew up like a big video gamer, but I found I started to like sports, and that kind of became our thing.
And that kind of made you kill yourself.
No, I love sports now. Except for basketball. I don't like basketball. Can't do it.
I think hockey is actually my favorite sport. I don't mind
hockey.
I don't mind watching football games. As
Yeah.
long as a team that I care about is playing.
Yeah.
Like Lions.
Lions, yeah. Exactly. And that's the best problem. Like even you, who's not a big sports fan, but you wouldn't watch any other team but the Lions play. Like
that other people. Michigan and Michigan State.
oh, college football. College football is another animal. Right? I love college football. Michigan's
It's the
great.
same game.
Close.
It's literally the same game. They're playing with the same rules.
Well, not entirely. No, they don't play entirely the same rules.
Shh, I'm trolling you.
Yeah, pretty close.
Pretty close to trolling.
You do get to see a lot more like big plays happen though because defenses aren't as good in college football. So you can see like deep passing, like crazy shit happen in college football that would never happen in the pros because the defenses are too tight.
Count in your head, not out loud. Count in your head.
For those of you who cannot hear him there right now, Aniro is trying to coach Kooky and Skuro how to start the post show without Pops here, and it's hilarious because he's talking to a Skuro like a 3-year-old, and it makes me real happy.
You should just turn on the show, turn on the audio so people can hear him talking to him. That'd be funny.
Come on, Lions, burn down that clock.
Intro's up. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3.
We used to have to do that when we would start Voices of Vanadil. I don't know why, but like the way we recorded, we had to give it like a 5, 4, 3, and then a silent 2, 1. I can't remember why we had to do that. That's how we used to have to do the show. It takes me back.
That's how the show started.
Voices of Vanadil was such a clusterfuck because none of us knew how to produce a show. Like we had to learn. Like 2 weeks before Voices of Vanadil went live, we did the technical first 0.5. So we did episode 0.
They're gonna want you, Kelsey, just so you know, when they're ready for someone.
Oh, great. I can't imagine why. One person talk to me about Dragoon.
Don't forget, Skuro's new nickname is Cock Rings.
Forget, how would I know that?
The host chat.
Was that yesterday? People were talking all day in the host chat, and I was at work on a Saturday. It sucked. Didn't know what to do. All right, Lions go 3-0. Right on time.
Jesus.
Good. Huh. My grandfather used to say that to me. I used to say like, so what do you think? And I'd say about anything. I'm like,
Yeah.
it's great. I started doing that a lot. I started saying things that my grandfather used to say to me. He's been dead for like 2 years now. But I just started like picking up a lot of his old phrases that he would use. I don't know why. He'd always, had to go in. Be sure now.
Be sure now?
Whenever you say anything that you seem very certain of, you just be like, be sure now. Like warning you. I don't know. It's this thing.
I'm not sure.
You gotta be sure. And also, we tell you to stand up straight a lot.
Yeah, I couldn't do that.
I wasn't very good at it either.
Oh, fuck. So make sure you play World of Warcraft Legion.
I hate that I want to. I'm actually not that I want to. I liked
It's not a terribly bad game.
I liked the game when I played Wrath. I just didn't like raiding, and I felt like part of that was not understanding like the idea of a hotbar MMO. Like coming straight out of 11, the idea of a game where I had to spam my abilities really quick in like rapid succession didn't make any sense to me. Because I'm used to like jump, high jump, wait a minute and a half on those, or weapon skill.
Oh my gosh. Yeah.
It was very weird to go straight into a game where you literally are just spamming your moves in order after that.
Yeah, now you have
What do we do now? What do you mean? Now we can play the game. I watched Make Love Not Warcraft the other night. We are dealing here with somebody who has... What's the drop that you have of me speaking now?
I'm not gonna tell you. I'm gonna lay it on.
I mean, I love that you did this. I love that you have a drop of me.
I was debating whether or not to actually tell you before I dropped it on you, but I feel now that you know and you're just gonna be waiting and
Wondering
waiting
what
for
it is, yeah.
I feel like that's gonna make this whole process that much more enjoyable. So I'm glad that I told you.
You
And
piece of shit.
no, I'm not gonna tell you at all.
Great. I can't wait. And I actually do love it. I listen to a lot of sports talk radio, and one of the shows in the afternoon, they do a lot of drops. It's kind of their thing. But they always have drops of their hosts in there. And if one of those hosts is absent, they'll put their drops in there to try to make like they're still there. Just make it say asinine shit. It's such a good bit. I love it.
Actually, really funny.
Yeah.
It's not something wrong. Actually, no. I could.
If we could get like Robo Robbie and just try to do an episode where we have him here but only via drops. It'd be so much work to get enough drops for it.
Actually, I could probably do that. Lead time on drops though is just killing me.
If you get those drops though for that bit, I guarantee you he puts them in the system.
Yeah.
Cause that's hysterical.
Cookie says K.
Is that K as in you're ready for me, or K as in you'll tell me when you're ready? Oh, that's weird.
Who the fuck knows? Gosh. Give me the fucking ball. That could be a really funny because just using drops.
Yeah, we'll do Robo Robbie. Virtual Robbie.
That could work so well.
Yeah. Alright, have fun entertaining them.
I'm not gonna fucking entertain him. I'm probably gonna go take a dump and then.
Justin's gonna entertain you.
That's definitely not gonna happen.
Things that are not gonna happen.
Alright.
good show. It was a good discussion, I think, too. Right time to have it.
Yeah. Wish that one caller was really good, Sean.
Yep. I was pretty pleased with that whole episode. I wish I had gotten a chance to shower before the show, though.
It would have been nice.
Yeah. Whatever, though.
Pony top. Fuck you.
They're hard to hit.
So, especially when you keep attacking. Jesus Christ. God. Well, hidden.
So nest changes should be happening here pretty soon.
Yeah?
Yep.
You're excited?
No.
You didn't get your Kabutops army.
Not all of it, no. But I got enough of it.
It's more like a Kabutops platoon.
That's okay. But they're good. Like, I mean, I could have 3 more Kabutops right now, but all of their stats would be shit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
Until that 1200, it's like.
that's the one that has the perfect attack IV too. It's, dude, that was a, like, I swear to God, it was like a 52 CP when I caught it. And I was like, I guess I'm gonna pump it up because that's the only Simply Amazing that I've ever seen of a Kabuto. Only one. And I've caught almost 200 of them. Now granted, most of them have been nest captures, and nest captures are just terrible. But 3 of them were here. Because there was 2 days where I was just like, every time I loaded it up, I was like, another Kabuto? Are you shitting me? It was shocking. It was great. I was like, maybe they added it to the regular spawn table. No.
Just absurdly lucky.
Yeah. I got really lucky. And it kept hitting in the same spot, too.
That's funny.
God damn it, Crabby. Stay in the fucking wall.
Crabby.
Yeah, I'm at the point in Soul Silver now where I'm like, I kind of want to be done with this and move on to black.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
What all you have left to do? Just the.
Moltra, just the
Just
the two legendary birds. I want to get X Scissor because I'm a third of the way to it in battle points already. And Mewtwo and Ho-Oh. That's it. I think that's. I mean, I could get. I can't remember if it's Kyogre or Groudon, but you can get one of those in Soul Silver.
Probably.
I think it's Groudon for
I think
Silver.
it is too.
Yeah. But with fucking having Omega Ruby, I'm like, why? Like, why should I?
Extra one?
Guess. Yeah, I've got an extra Lugia, but what am I gonna do with it?
Lord over people? Yeah, you might come across someone who's like, we really wish I had a you king. Look here.
Trade
Have
it.
it.
Yeah, I guess trades too. Like once you move it up to Pokebang.
Yeah. There's no real reason not to.
Yeah.
That's the big thing. I mean, I wouldn't go and play Soul Silver just for Groudon.
Yeah.
But because you're already at that point in the game.
That's true. Yeah, because I think it's after. You have to do something to get Professor Oak to give you the orb for Groudon. What was it? It's not like something insane like complete the Pokédex.
No.
Because if it was that, I would have been like, no.
Yeah.
What the fuck is it? It's oh, it's after beating Red.
Oh, see, that's easy. Oh, you already done that.
No, I haven't gone. I'm saving Mount Silver for the last thing that I do. I'm gonna go up there and get.
Man, don't get Poke worn out, man.
I better not. I've got 3 more fucking games to get through.
Oh my, see, listen to yourself. You're a fucking addict.
I'm trying to catch up for. I'm trying to make up for lost time. Is what it is. Once they're bankable, though, I feel like I'll feel a lot better.
All right, so I'm gonna be honest here. Like all this new footage that I keep seeing of Pokemon Sun and Moon, I know it's the system, but it's just so pixelated.
Oh yeah.
I'm just
That's
like,
the 3DS though.
oh, it looks really bad.
Of course it's gonna look bad.
Especially on a computer screen. I know, and I know
It'll look bad. It will
it'll look better on the system.
Yeah.
I know, but ugh.
You know,
like
the stuff that makes me go, I can't believe I'm getting back into this is like the watch power up stuff and like, yeah, like
Z move.
honestly, like I don't know that I even really understand the mega evolutions enough to like.
Okay, well, for starters, mega evolutions are in X and Y.
That's it.
Yeah, that's
Okay.
they were added X and Y. That's the most recent one.
Okay. Should I play? Hang on.
We're pretty much assuming they're gonna be going by the wayside of Sun and Moon.
Oh, okay. All right. So, should I bother playing X or Y?
I thought it was decent. I mean,
Like, okay, but like, I mean, I'm not playing through all the Pokemon games because that would be
that'd be a lot.
that would be suicidal, right? Like, that'd be too much. But so what I'm doing is I'm doing Soul Silver to Black 2, Black 2 to Pokebank, and then going through Omega Ruby. Should I play X or Y in there? Do you think I would get a lot out of it? I mean, because I'm enjoying myself playing Pokemon again.
Head.
I know. It's a weird one.
Gosh, I'm trying to remember the plot to X and Y. What was the team in that?
I don't think that the plots don't matter to me. That's not why I play a Pokemon game.
What do you play? Just for the Pokemans?
Yeah, and I think that's just how much I like turn-based combat. I really do. It's a simplified turn-based combat system, and I like that. It's
Does the region do anything for you?
the what?
The region, like the place you're going through and stuff.
It's tough to tell because you know what? Let me tell you. I really like Johto. Johto's cool, but everyone says really good things about Johto. And the fact that you can go back to Kanto and I'm going back to a place that I recognize, that's also really cool. Mm-hmm. The real test, I think I won't be able to answer that until I start playing Black 2.
Okay.
Because Black 2 will be
Like the
first region outside of the little bit of Omega Ruby that I played in Hoenn. Other than that, I just don't know.
Okay.
Like I feel like if I walk away from Black 2 and I liked my experience in Black 2, that I'll probably go in for X or Y.
I think you probably should do X and Y.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, man, well,
I mean, am I
worried about you getting burnt out?
Yeah. Well, that's fair. That's
Especially before when it comes out like November, right?
yeah.
That's a lot of Pokemon games.
No, I know. I mean, I'm not doing absolutely everything, dude. I'm not doing like Voltorb Flip, and like all that. I mean, the fact that I'm doing Battle Arena is kind of surprising to me.
It's kind of alarming to me.
Really?
I'm like, damn.
Yeah, it's funny. It's funny because I'm using Robbie's copy of Soul Silver.
Yeah.
He had never even entered the Battle Arena. I triggered it for him on his account. He couldn't fly there. It wasn't even unlocked on the flyable locations.
Sounds about right.
And that made me, because I was like, well, maybe Robbie's game has a bunch of leftover BP and I can just transfer an X Scissor over. No, that's not close. And fuck me big time. But I mean, like, I'm really glad that I have it because, dude, if I was getting at 3 BP at a time, I would have given up. I would have moved on long ago and said, what's a game that I can get X Scissor from easier? Which I may end up doing.
You might want to do that anyway.
I know.
Doing any like Battle Square related on not the current gen is just
It's just brutal.
brutal and.
No, okay, so here's my question. Am I missing out on anything in terms of connectivity or like trading or anything by skipping out on X or Y? Like, can you, is it the same basic trade system between X, Y, and Ruby, Omega Ruby, Alpha Sapphire?
Like just normal like trading 1 for 1 or whatever?
Like, for example, if I'm playing on Omega Ruby, right, and I want a Wi-Fi trade with someone who has Y, could I do that?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah? Oh, okay.
Oh,
They
yeah.
built. Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
If they built in enough flexibility, then
Oh, yeah.
I may take a pass on.
I mean, there's some like items
Sure.
that are new in Omega.
That you can't transfer between. That makes
Exactly.
sense.
But
Okay.
that's obviously, I'm sure you're not caring about that at all.
No.
Then, I mean, there's gonna be a lot of Pokemon that you're not gonna be able to get because they're only in X and Y. But
I think that would be the thing that would make me play it, is if there was something in there that I really wanted to get.
hey, I liked a lot of Pokemon X and Y.
Did you?
Yeah, there were actually a lot of good ones.
I mean, I'm finding myself like starting to build an affinity for Pokemon outside of first gen. Like Skarmory,
really cool, dude.
Skarmory is awesome. Garchomp is the shit.
Well, obviously.
What generation is he from?
Fourth.
Okay.
Fourth? Yeah, fourth.
He's Sonoa, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Man, you're doing a lot better with read names than I did. I think it's called Shino. But yeah. Yeah, because he's obviously the pseudo-legendary.
Right.
He went Garchomp.
He's the pseudo legend. So he's the 3-stage evolution at the end that sort of takes the place. He's the Dratini.
He goes Dragonite, Tyranitar, Salamence, Garchomp.
I don't think I have a Salamence.
Salamence comes from Gil.
Okay. He's the shark-looking one.
No, that's Garchomp.
That's Garchomp.
Yeah. Salamence is just, he's like a blue dragon with like sharp red wings.
Okay.
He looks kind of cool.
Yeah.
I mean, he's
I like
really generic dragon.
Yeah. The last I do like that pseudo legendary dragon spot.
Oh, well, they're always awesome.
Yeah. Who else am I finding that I like? What's the electric one that evolves from Flaffy?
Ampharos?
Yeah, Ampharos.
He's cool.
He's a pretty good badass.
Pretty slow.
Yeah.
Which is different for electric type.
What else, man? I feel like there was some other stuff that I'm like starting to.
Murkrow? Houndoom?
Houndoom's alright.
I like Houndoom.
Houndoom's pretty cool.
He was always one of my favorites, but you get him like at the end of the game.
Right. Yeah, I mean, there's not as much in the later gens that gets me, but if there's something that I'd want to go out of my way to get.
Gen 2 also has like a really small new Pokemon.
Yeah, right. Well,
Only
because it was
100 new ones.
yeah, because it was supposed to be like some of them were ones that were supposed to be added in Gen 1 that never got added, and then you also had the babies too. I don't understand. They're just dex fillers. Why would you ever? You wouldn't use them in your lineup.
No, you wouldn't.
That's it, right? They're just
Yeah.
dex fillers.
They're literally just to like appease like people who are like, I want a cute Pokemon. Show me a cute Pikachu or something. I don't know.
They make Pikachu cuter.
It's bad.
Dumb.
Depending on what gen you're breeding them from, you have to have like a certain like incense item being held by them to actually have that egg.
Jesus fucking Christ.
Yeah.
It's that kind of stuff where I'm just like, it loses me. Like,
Yeah.
what are the two that Robbie is missing in his living decks?
Oh god, well, I don't know. What did he say it?
I thought on one of the episodes he mentioned that he had all but 2. And I can't even imagine what 2 he wouldn't be able to get.
I don't
Because there's a fucking Mintok in there that was just not even doing, or is it, what is the thing that...
Miltank?
No, not Miltank. What is the thing that evolves from
Melodic.
Feebas?
Phoebus.
Yeah. And I'm just like, it's sitting in there at level 2, and I'm like, what? What? Wait a minute, what? Like, how did he, hang on. He got a Feebas, and then evolved it, and then just left it sitting in his Soul Silver game. Are you shitting me? Does that mean he got 2? Somehow? What?
Probably.
What? That's crazy.
Probably like someone like Aaron, I probably just like gave him one.
Bro, getting a, well, that's true, yeah. I keep forgetting that some of these from Soul Silver had to be Wi-Fi trades, because they, when did they shut that down?
Yeah, there was 2 tests. Yeah. Man, that's a long time ago.
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah.
I honestly remember.
Because there's a Japanese Mew in there that I definitely took. It's like,
It might be hacked. Probably is hacked, to be honest. Actually, it might not be. No, it has to.
Let me see who
I don't actually know.
Let me see who the OT on it was.
Probably a Japanese name.
Possibly. Let's see. Because there's a lot from you in here too.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Yeah, OT is Japanese. How can I tell if it's legit or not?
You'd have to like look into like certain things, like where it was caught, if it has a ribbon, special ribbon on it.
It does have a ribbon on it.
Does it? Okay. So either it could be legit, it also could be just well hacked. There's not really a way to tell if a Pokemon has been well hacked, because you can alter exactly what attributes it has, like where it was caught, at what level, like everything you can change. And then if the hacker does all the research properly and just sets everything to where it would be caught.
Well, it concerns me. Like, what if I tried to transfer that to Black too?
Oh, if that happened to be like, hey, this Pokemon, or one of your Pokemon you're trying to transfer, there's a problem with it and we can't transfer it.
Interesting.
That's all it would happen.
Okay.
It wouldn't be like, you're trying to hack it.
Okay.
Trying to
Yeah,
hack
that's
Pokemon.
sort of what I was a little
We're
bit
gonna delete your
concerned
game
about.
now.
Yeah.
No.
All right. Just making sure.
Oh my gosh.
Because I can't. I honestly can't. I do have a copy of Ruby, GBA Ruby, and I can't get Soul Silver to recognize when Ruby's in the bottom slot. Never says import. And I'm like, did I buy a fucking bootleg copy of Ruby? It's possible, because those are pretty...
Those are widespread, yeah. It's funny how much value the Nintendo cards retain in Pokemon.
It's... No, it's not. It's not, because there is an intrinsic value to your collection.
Yeah, because they're limited run. Like, once they stop printing them, then the end.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, X and Y are the only ones that you can buy digitally.
I wonder if that's gonna hurt him in the end, having digital copies of games.
Do you mean Pokemon?
Yeah.
I don't know. Well, and actually, I started to think about that. Like, if you have a digital copy of Pokemon, like, are you logging into it through your, like, what is it? What is it that is exactly? Because like, with the carts, it's the Pokemon that are registered to the carts, and then you can trade them between the carts. But I take this cart out, put it in a different DS. You know what I mean? Like,
tied to your Nintendo ID.
okay.
Much like how you buy games on Steam.
And it's the Pokebank that does that. That's part of that.
Maybe. Actually, I don't know a lot about Pokebank, to be honest.
Interesting.
I actually never used Pokebank.
Really? That's surprising.
Yeah.
Do you just start with a whole new lineup with a new game?
For the most part, yeah.
Yeah.
I just play through the game normally, catch everything I can, and then at some point, when I'm feeling when I really hate myself, I just start trading them all over, one by one.
It really is just a fucking pain in the neck.
It is. I mean, obviously this was before Pokebank.
Right.
One by one.
Oh, I did that. I rated that Soul Silver. That Soul Silver, you might as well just start a whole new fucking game.
the way to do it.
I spent all the money, took all the items. It's done. It's done. That is just.
That's one thing I hate about the new Pokemon games is the elemental stones are now like actually rare. Like in a lot of the new games, you can't buy them. You have to do whatever.
It was
A
like that.
mini
I mean,
game.
Soul Silver was like that. You had to go to the fucking competition arena to get some of them. They were rare in the early games too, and that
In Generation 1, you just bought them at the store.
yeah.
Except for me.
But I'm glad because I've stocked up on a bunch of them, and I'm just gonna keep transferring them between games, and just wind up with like 7 leaf stones.
Yeah, that's the way to do it. Because they're dickholes about it. I started watching the anime for X and Y. It's come a long way since the first season.
Has it?
It really has.
Like, is it watchable?
If you accept it as a Pokemon anime, and it's obviously going to have some moments.
Yeah, right.
Because it's a kid's show.
Yeah.
But-
No, I mean, of course, yeah.
It's not the worst. Kooky K is not a good indicator. K, you ready for me?
All right, I guess I gotta go in here and engineer that.